are free. Feels so good. I love some tundra in my toes. Welcome to Tales of the Grieving Mother, Part 2. Getting up here. Got some snow. That's mountain hiking for you. I just feel like God's glory is just like on me right now. So just got done with the biggest incline of this mountain. I just got some revelation about my summit hunger right now in the spiritual realm is just like so real. Like I just want to get there to the end, to the goal, and have victory. And I think God's inviting me right now to be still and maybe not even summit. Okay, so after sitting here and eating a fig bar and drinking some water and asking God for clarity on what I should do, He's inviting me to make my second grief video appear. Just right here, like not even close to the summit. Like I'm up above tree line. I'm at like 12.5. I might hike. Sorry. So I might go up to this peak. God asked me to stop like running up the mountain and just be still and be present. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so there's Pikes Peak. This is the trail that I would have taken. That's the trail I came from, and I came up this side peak, and I think I'm actually, there's a little reservoir down there. It's pretty. I think I'm going to just post up my little area right here. Okay. Oh my, yeah, this is an official backpack for sure. Not Nick's from high school. Just kidding, it is Nick's from high school. About to get fried. Don't forget the legs. Whee. It is seriously such a beautiful day. I cannot even handle it. I'm just so thankful that I decided to do this because I'm a mountain girl and this brings me life. God knows that, and so we're gonna make this video. So, oh my gosh, the sun is so every time I push play, I have to scoot back. Oh, it's so fun. So 2 weeks to the day after Charles passed away, those weeks just were a blur, to be honest. Like, I took a week off of school for bereavement, which is really good. I could have taken longer, but I didn't have a lot of sick days banked up because I'm so new to teaching that I kind of had to go back if I wanted to get paid. And yeah, I just kind of did feel like, okay, if I go back, maybe I can get a distraction from this pain and suffering I'm just living in. Because when I was at home grieving, I was just home. Nick was sometimes there. He went to work before I did, and I would try to go hiking. I would try to get out of town, go to Buena Vista, go hiking with my mom, and I tried to surround myself with people, but it was still so hard. And if anyone knows me, I am such an extrovert in a way. I just get so much joy from people, my community. And so that's kind of a unique way that I've grieved, is I gravitate towards people. I don't pull myself away. In fact, today being alone on this mountain is like such a feat for me, because I know that it creates probably at least 6 hours of alone time, which is really good for me, but it's hard. It's against the grain of like my character. So anyways, yeah, I took a week off of school and then I went back. And when I went back, it actually was so sweet. I went back on Valentine's Day. I chose Valentine's Day because it was a Thursday and everyone was super excited because we were doing some singing telegrams that day in my classes because I'm a choir teacher. And it was just like a beautiful day full of love, and I just felt so welcomed back. Like, my students made me a singing telegram and they made me a blanket for the memories and just like encouragement. And all of my students made me a banner that is hanging up in my room. And I just felt so welcomed and just surrounded by care. And I was like, okay, I'm so thankful to be a teacher. Like, thank you, God, for these amazing students that love me. I feel so blessed. Yeah. And then it was interesting because I think I just tried to force myself back into like normalcy. Like, I wanted to be normal again, which, I mean, good luck, right? 2 weeks to the day after Charles passed, I agreed to go on this road trip to Wyoming, and basically to just be normal, even though in my head I knew, gosh, I cry every time Nick leaves for work. Like, I have been gripped with like fear of losing people because when I was ripped away from Charles, it created this reality that anything and everything I love can be taken in an instant, without a moment's notice. And so every time Nick went to work that week, I cried. I had thoughts of him getting in a car accident like all the time, and I had thoughts of my parents getting hurt and my sisters, and it was just really the first step of grief for me was just to like, it was just a reality check of like, people die. I've never had someone that close to me die. It was shaking, like my world was shook. I feel like changed forever. And yeah, so I go on this road trip, and the moment we get in the car and we start driving, I feel afraid. I just didn't want to be away from home anymore. Like, it was dawning on me that this was too soon. I didn't give myself grace to like say no and try to like, I want it to be normal instead of like just realizing that I'm not normal right now. I'm actually really not okay. So I go on this road trip. We're in Wyoming. It's icy. It's literally negative 20 degrees outside. Our car is not equipped. Long story short, we get into an almost accident. So our car spun going 65 miles per hour. I was in the back seat. I didn't even have time to pray. I just kind of got low like this. And somehow God just like, I believe God just like, we were literally spinning on the highway going 65, and I just felt like, okay, you know, it didn't hit me until after, like, that could have killed us so fast. Like, anything could have happened. A semi, we could have rolled off the road. My husband was sitting next to me, Nick, and I was just like, if I lose Nick 2 weeks to the day after losing my baby, I will die. Like, I'd rather die. Take me instead. I was in the backseat. I was completely out of control, and I hadn't talked to God in probably 6 months at that time. I have always been in some sort of relationship with God, whether it be bad or good, or I'm doubting, or yeah, I just came out of a really dry spell of like apathy, like, yeah, God, whatever, like, I don't really need you. It sucks, but like, that's kind of where I go, is like, my life's great. I'm thankful, like, I'm never like an ungrateful person, but it makes me feel like my life's great, I can do this, and then all of a sudden my son dies and I'm spinning out of control on ice, and I'm in Wyoming, and I just literally, like, a part of me died. And spiritually, I believe now, after going to therapy and like really praying about it, I believe that in that car, without anyone inviting this or anything, like, I'm not blaming anyone, it just happened spiritually, that the spirit of death clung to me. It actually landed right here on my neck. So I didn't realize it at the time. All I knew is that that was the most horrible day, because it was too soon. Even though nothing happened, like, we all were fine, like, physically, my spirit like was shook. Like, that night I did not sleep. I stayed up all night researching death, which is what launches me into this new chapter of my grief. After that crazy, like, first week of, like, maybe the first week I would say represented, like, coming to terms with people die. This next chapter was coming to terms with I die. I will die. I believe that the spirit of death and fear clinged onto me, onto my physical body, in a way that I'm going to explain right now. It took months to figure out what it was. Ever since that spin out, I started getting horrible feelings, like doom. Like, I am such a happy person in real life. In the life before all of this tragedy, like, I'm such a giddy go-getter, like, extrovert. Like, I'm a choir teacher. Like, I'm a happy person. And I just felt doom. Like Mount Doom times 1,000. Like Sauron is right here, breathing down my neck, reminding me, Nick's gonna die, your mom's gonna die, your dad's gonna die, heck, you could die today. In fact, I think you're gonna die today, and I'm gonna convince you that you're gonna die today. And actually, Nick's gonna die today too, and you're gonna be convinced. And when you go to bed tonight, you're gonna have dreams that you're slipping away, that your spirit is slipping into an abyss. That's what you're gonna dream, because there is doom on you. That is what I was feeling. I would go to bed convinced that I was going to die in my sleep for no reason. Like, that is spiritual warfare. Why? I don't know. Like, I just feel so afraid. And I believe it's because a huge, maleficent, dark spirit was following me everywhere I went, on me. It's crazy. It was so horrible, you guys. I would have dreams that my spirit, like, I died, my spirit lifts out of my body and it hovers in this black abyss. And I was aware of it, but I couldn't change it. And it was like an eternal darkness. And that is demonic attack. I'm getting fired up because this ruined my life for a couple months. So, yeah, this is my truth. It's freaky, man. The unseen world is real. But we are victorious in Jesus. I believe that. I've had so many times where he has rescued me in the moment. Like, I am just like, Jesus! Demons are off me. Whew! Feels good. And here I am, and I know there's nothing on me now. Like, I can feel it. There's a difference. Like, I was so heavy, and now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling back to myself, and I am growing in my faith. And that is freaking the devil out, because now I'm making videos and he's like, crap, I'm being exposed. God actually clued me in by using one dream where in the dream someone was trying to kill me, an enemy, and I was already wounded, but this enemy kept trying to kill me for 13 days straight. And it was really telling. Like, God was telling me the enemy's secret plan, I think. because it gave me strength to be like, you know what? It's not going to go away in one day. The enemy's going to keep trying, and I might be wounded. I am so wounded. Like, my heart is broken. I haven't even had time to grieve because now I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my daily joy. Like, I'm fighting for hope and faith that God even cares about me. But I haven't even started to grieve Charles. The enemy stole that from me. The enemy stole that from me when he placed the spirit of death on me and caused me to have this trial. So the Lord was gracious enough to give me, like, you're down, you're wounded, and the enemy hates you. Don't you for 1 second think that you're out of this, because he is keeping his line is straight towards you. And it's like freaky, but at the same time it gave me like no. Like, I got like really defensive, like, fine, let him attack. I got you. I have been victorious once. I will do it again. And God, you will give me strength to keep this fight going, because it's important. It's for my life. Like, I really do believe I fought for my life. Wow. Yeah. I also just wanted to say, I do come from a family that talks about spiritual things a lot. Like, I grew up with the terms demon, angel, demonic attack, spiritual warfare, God, Holy Spirit, victory. And these are all things that luckily I have history with my parents and my sisters. So I understand that some people might be watching this video like, this girl is something else. And yeah, I'm not trying to like convince anyone of my religion or my spiritual beliefs, but I do want to keep it truthful and not be afraid of like what people think of me or how it might change how people look at me, because I think we just need more authenticity in our lives. And just like, well, people might judge me, people might think I am so weird and like maybe just a little crazy, or not. Maybe I'm the one that I'm like wrestling with. But I've never like publicly talked about spiritual activity, even though I've known it to be true my whole life. So ooh, I just want to say thank you guys for being so kind and listening to my story, even though, yeah, it's not necessarily a fun story to listen to sometimes. I kind of gave a background of, like, you know, the spirit of death clinging to me and kind of the effect it had. But in my next video, I really want to focus on my anxiety, because I've actually recently, since that happened, started to experience physical symptoms of anxiety, crippling panic, like panic attacks. And this is all before I got healed. But I haven't had a panic attack since I've been healed, but I still feel like anxiety that comes out of the blue like a brick. So I just want you guys to know that's just the beginning. I have another video coming of more details on anxiety and panic and the real effect they have on people. And yeah, so that's my next, like, my vision, because that was what happened after I kind of realized I'm obsessed with death. Man, I could die any second. I was so fearful of anything and everything that could take life away from me. Thank you guys so much for watching this. It's been a wild ride, and I'm just so thankful that I have people to share it with, and that I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I have gained victory and hope, and I just really want to spread that because if people are feeling like I was feeling a couple months ago, in that darkness, like when you're in it, ooh, it feels like there is no hope in the world for you. It just feels like this is gonna kill you. So if anyone out there is feeling this way, you're not alone. You are not alone. There are so many people, I'm sure, that are experiencing this darkness, this hopelessness, this anxiety, depression, whatever it is you're feeling. I just want you to know you're not alone. You're seen, and you are loved, and we're gonna get through this. I believe that. There's always good coming. There's always good coming. If only we knew what was coming our way, we wouldn't be so hopeless. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my episode 2 Pikes Peak edition. Still haven't gotten used to the altitude, but yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you next time with episode 3.